By saying rise up lights. You just say rise up lights in an American
Rise up
dialect.
lights.
Yeah, rise up lights.
Rise up lights. Where were you 10 years ago when I was auditioning?
Oh, you need an Australian accent? Just say rise up lights. Do it. Let's hear it.
Rise up lights.
Don't try to say razor blades. Try to say rise up lights.
Rise up lights.
5, 6, 7, 8. We got Big Theater Kid Energy.
Hello and welcome to Big Theater Kid Energy, your least pretentious theater review podcast. I am your host, Ryan Garcia, and I went and saw Tina, the Tina Turner musical at the Hollywood Pantages Theatre. It's already done. It was only there for a very short run.
Oh, wow.
So if you missed it, I hope you get to see it some other time in your life. But I will tell you that we had a blast. It covers the whole life of Tina Turner. And I went and saw it with, hold your breath, the most successful, hardest-working, hyper-talented, multi-hyphenate on the West Coast, living many lives, including a signed pop star, a burlesque performer, creator of an award-nominated musical comedy web series in 2014, has acted in movies like Bad Moms, Misconduct, and The Turkey Bowl, wrote, directed, and co-starred in her feature debut, MFA, which debuted at South by Southwest, wrote, directed, and starred in her very personal and incredible feature, Scrambled, also South by Southwest premiere, and wrote, directed, and acts in the upcoming Netflix film Voicemails for Isabel. It's our very own Bae from the Bay, LEAH MCKENDRICK.
That was beautiful.
Hello,
wow.
LEAH.
That
I'm
was big theater kid energy.
That
No
was a
one could do it like that.
Big time intro for the biggest theater kid I know.
And I did not give you that bio, so I am so proud of you.
I built that
You built that.
from my own research.
That was really cool. Thank you, babe.
Well, you've done really cool shit.
Thank you.
It's easy to do an intro about you
Aw,
because, like, you're just such an impressive human being.
that's so nice.
I met you in acting class
Yes.
years ago at John
Many
Rosenfeld
years.
Studios.
That's right.
And since I met you, you'd already been on your path as a, like, this industry does not give me what I deserve.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to build it. And I got to be there for how that continued, that snowball kept rolling down the hill. I kind of met it mid-hill,
Sure.
you know,
Yeah.
of your self-creation and self-startingness.
Yeah, totally.
And what got you that, like, dogged about chasing this career and building, really? Because you're not chasing. That's, I think, what's so cool is I think so many people are chasing a career in the entertainment industry.
Right,
And you're
yeah.
doing the opposite. You're like, y'all can chase. I'm actually going to build things.
Sure. I think it's kind of twofold. Like, I grew up in a family that really was not a fan of Hollywood, was not a fan of, loves movies, for sure. We love movies in my family, but my family used to always say to me, it's not that we don't believe in you, we don't believe in Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
So I had this understanding at a really young age because I knew my whole life that I was coming to Hollywood. Since I was 2 years old, I was talking about it. My mom was like, I don't know who told her about Hollywood.
Who told her?
I don't know. And so they knew that that was what I was after. And so I understood at a really young age, if I was going to do it, I was going to have to do it alone.
Wow.
Yeah. The idea of the cavalry isn't coming, I figured out at 4 years old.
Wow. No, but honestly,
really early on, you know?
Yeah.
So I knew. And then also, I was chasing earlier in life. When I
Sure.
wanted that record deal, I was chasing. And I had this idea in my head that, like, all I needed was to reach that record label exec, the Wizard of Oz, and I would get there and he would give me my label, my record deal from the label, and he would believe in me and invest in me and fight for me, and that would be my, like, warrior king. And my label folded. You know, and so I think I learned at a really young age, again, the cavalry is not coming.
Right.
The business is constantly changing. And you could spend your whole life waiting for the Wizard of Oz. But the chances are he doesn't actually have any power.
Oh.
It's a tough realization for both a 5-year-old and a 22-year-old, but I think the universe has given me that lesson time and time
Kind of a tough
again.
realization for a 39-year-old over here. I thought maybe the wizard had some power. He just got hot air.
Nope, just Cynthia
Oh my God, I
and
never
Ariana.
until this moment connected the hot air of the hot air balloon being the only power the wizard has? Is it just a man filled with hot air?
We're on another level right now.
Whoa.
We have ascended.
Jesus.
That's crazy.
Christ. Your movies are also just like so vulnerable and poignant and honest and also funny.
Thank you.
You know, which I think is just all aspects of you.
Yeah.
You know,
all of us, really.
Yeah.
All of us.
I don't know. I know a lot of people that aren't very funny.
A lot of people have a sense of humor. Everybody's got their own brand of a sense of humor. I don't think anybody's like entirely humorless. I think most people don't choose to implement that into their scripts necessarily.
Well, it takes a little bit of like the ability to make fun of yourself.
Yeah,
the
I do that
to call out your own.
Some self-awareness.
Yeah, like getting over your own insecurities.
Sure.
You know, to put a light on that. And also, none of them are in this room. So I don't really care how funny they are. I'm talking about how funny you are.
But to be clear, I don't get over my insecurities. I just kind of put myself out there with my insecurities and all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were you, so I know that you're a singer. You were signed to a label.
Yeah.
You were a burlesque performer, so you're also dancing out there.
Singing and dancing, yeah.
Singing, dancing. Have you done much musical theater?
Yes, as a kid, I grew up in musical theater. In high school, I did Grease. I played Rizzo.
Wow.
And it was kind of like my villain origin story.
I love you for Rizzo.
It was such a moment. It was I peaked.
Yeah.
At 16. Nothing will be as good as that.
As Rizzo.
Yeah, in high school.
Do you love playing the baddie?
Always.
Me too.
You know what's funny? Because I don't do that as much in in my like film work. I feel like I don't, but always growing up, that was, you know what it is? It's like, I just believe in women behaving badly. And I realized that they didn't need to be the villain to be considered badly behaved.
Jesus, stop dropping these nuggets. Holy crap. But you also like created a short film where you got to be a fun baddie.
Yes, Poison Ivy. Yes.
Yes.
Big fan, huge fan, icon.
As
a little girl, growing up in San Francisco, I lived actually around the corner from a comic book shop. And when you're a little girl and you have an older brother, all you want to do is be with your older brother.
Yeah.
You're like, my older brother's the coolest person on earth. And he would go to the comic book shop and I would always go along. And I just, as a little girl, the way that you can identify what's for you is what's pink. And there was no like pink in the comic book shop really.
Wow.
And I was always like, where are the girls? Where are the girls? Wait, how can I get a little inappropriate? Is this like that kind of podcast?
Yeah.
Okay. So my tia would take me. My tia is an immigrant from Nicaragua. So this is like a lot of American culture that she doesn't even like understand. So she takes me to the comic book shop with my brother. And there was this comic book that I thought was for girls because it was all girls, but it was just like barely there bikinis, like pornographic almost, like softcore porn, like superheroes in bikinis, basically. Yeah. And that was the one that I bought because I was like, that's mine. And I took it to school because I just thought,
oh no.
That's my comic book, for girls. That's what I found at the comic book shop. And then I got in trouble. They gave it to my parents. And I just remember thinking, I don't understand what's wrong. It's all girls.
Right.
And they're just wearing I didn't understand, wearing swimsuits. And my mom was like, yeah, you can't bring that to school. And I was like, why not? But there was nothing else with girls. And so then I found Poison Ivy.
Yeah.
And that was like a turning point for me. Her and Catwoman were a turning point where I was like, oh, I won't get in trouble for this because they're the stars of their own series rather than a bunch of just like bikini photos.
Did you enjoy the bikini?
Yeah.
Like
why not?
Little whatever you had,
sure.
The comic book?
I just thought it was like visual and I, as a little girl, you're not thinking it's sexually driven.
Right.
You just seem powerful.
Exactly.
And,
powerful women, just like, I'm owning my shit.
But now, as a woman, the boobs are super round and huge and the waists are teeny tiny and you know that it's from the male gaze and that's why.
Yeah, you're looking at all these like men and women going into battle in these comic books and the men have like armor from head to toe. And the woman just has
naked.
Like a little tiny little.
Totally. I mean, that's like kind of a perfect microcosm of why it's so important to have female artists, female filmmakers, females behind the lenses of all of these types of
Yeah, for like little Leahs that are going to this comic book
Yeah.
shop and like only see things that are being served to men.
Yes, and you don't understand as a little girl, that's the lens through which you will see the world. That I
Yeah.
guess as a superhero, I'm going to have my tits out
Right.
and be naked. And that's
Right.
part of why I made it was my short film, Pamela and Ivy. It was a Poison Ivy origin story to explain a little bit of that hypersexualization.
And I played your daddy from the past.
Yeah, you did,
With Courtney
Daddy.
Hawkins as your mommy.
Oh my gosh, so
and we
crazy.
shot
We
in
shot
this
it here.
very home.
Yes.
Wait, and this room that we're in right now was the where she was locked away.
Wow. It's so interesting. Even I, with my terrible memory, I remember what's in the film.
Yeah.
That I'm amazed that we converted this.
Well, because it wasn't this done up, and
Sure.
there's a big crack along.
Now
You're like,
it's a
this crack is
podcast
great because
studio.
this crack can be where the plant
Yes,
that
plant.
comes up that inspires her to become Poison
Right.
Ivy.
Wow. I want to hug my filmmaker self from 2018, whatever that was, because
Yeah.
I'm proud of her.
I'm proud of her too.
Thank you.
I'm proud of, and I was also in I think one of your first short films, which was like a disaster
Miyagi's?
film.
Oh no! Oh my God! You're
No,
right.
before even that.
Wait, what was it?
It was a disaster
called?
film of what
Precipitation.
Precipitation. How people in LA react when it starts to rain.
Yes!
And it was like a disaster.
A disaster film.
And
yes.
I became I was the Jeff Goldblum. I think maybe the water is coming down.
You did a great
was
job.
I was
Oh,
spe-
you were so good in that.
It's so cool, to say that I was there when the snowball was halfway down the hill rolling down, to see where you were there, and to now having created such a incredible career for yourself, working with
you.
studios, and now when they're not bringing you in to direct your own things, you're like, fine, I'll go back to the way I did it, make Scrambled.
Yeah.
Prove that I can do it.
Yeah.
And then now be in the place where you are writing, directing, and also a huge role in the movie Voicemails for Isabel.
Yeah.
That is premiering on Netflix this summer.
It's wild.
That's unbelievable.
June 19th.
June 19th.
Yeah, soon.
I'm so excited for that movie.
Thanks, babe. You coached me through it.
Well, because I think that this is also just such a smart thing about the way that you handle this industry. And I think this comes from awareness of self, right? That you're like, I'm going to be doing so many jobs as director, and whenever I want to check in with the writer about something, I'm still checking in with me.
Yes.
I don't have support there.
Right.
And at one point, I'm going to be on the other side of the camera
Yeah.
performing.
Right.
And so I need to have some kind of foundation.
Totally.
And even if it was just us sitting in a room reading the scenes back and forth so that you
Yep.
had familiarity with it.
Yes.
But to come in and be like, let's make a plan.
Yep.
So that when I go in there, I'm not just figuring it out when now there's money on the table.
That has been my saving grace, having you in my corner, because anybody who's a multi-hyphenate or plans on trying on some of the hats, acting, I mean, when you're directing is taking up 90% of the bandwidth. And if you didn't do that prep way in advance to where you don't have to think about it, it's just there. I can't imagine needing to call a line as I'm a directing and you know what I mean? That's so foreign to me, but that's only because I get way, way ahead of it, and I try to do as much acting work and as much scene work and memorization before even prep gets intense,
Yeah.
because prep does get very intense as a writer and as a director, and you want to be there for your actors. You don't have to take care of your inner actor so much. You want to be my inner actor is well-oiled machine ready
My
to go.
inner actor, basically, you treat it almost like theater, where it's I did my 2 to 3 weeks of rehearsal,
right.
and I already had my opening
That's
night.
right.
So now, we're just in the middle of the run, where
Exactly.
it's I'm so comfortable in this.
Exactly.
Something can go wrong.
Yep.
And cool. I now fold that into the performance.
That's right. And it's gonna change because you've
Totally.
not done it with your actors before and in the space. And as we know, we got to be flexible. But I do find that a lot of times, especially even when you're in a scene as an actor, your actors are aware that you're the director, and they're taking a lot
Right.
off of you. Even as an actor, there's an understanding, and so I have found that I don't get as many curveballs when I'm acting and I'm the director of a film. I
Sure.
find that they're
They
understanding.
let you set the tone.
Yeah, they're understanding how to feed off of how I want it. I don't have to explain it much. They know from what I'm giving them in the scene.
And it's so different being on a set as just an actor versus being on a set as a director.
Oh my God, it's
Where
nothing
like as an actor, you're like, is it lunch yet?
Oh my gosh.
Hey, so like, I feel like we got enough takes of this scene. Are we good to move? I feel like, because I got a dinner I was hoping to make it to. And as a director, you're like, can we get a few more minutes? Can we get a few more hours in the day?
God.
How can I like squeeze more out of my day?
Constantly.
You know, and also just that aspect of like, as an actor, just an actor on set, you have so much time to prep. Because you sit in your trailer, they gotta set up the whole scene. They gotta get art department in. And they bring you in, do a quick blocking, see how that looks. Great, send you away again, and then light it. And then like, okay, now we're ready for you now. But don't worry, we already had the B team in here and the stand-ins. Like, it's such a wild, different situation.
Oh my God, I never saw my trailer.
Oh, we set one of those up?
I used to tell them, they'd be like, there was a mix-up and we have to give this trailer. Is it okay if we use your trailer? I was like, I haven't seen it in 6 weeks.
You need one of those Nathan Fielder, like, laptops holders that he has on his body.
No, what
have you
does
seen
he
like
have?
Nathan on his show rehearsal? That he actually like will walk. He'll be like, okay, so what's happening in this scenario is the two of you are best friends, but he has to leave for 3 months and he's leaving you with his dog. So how would you interact? And then he's standing there with a little like laptop that's connected to his body.
I need that.
Get me
one
with you at all times with a little iced coffee holder.
Yes.
You're an iced coffee person?
No, I'm a hot coffee person.
Okay, you read like iced coffee.
Do
person.
I?
Yeah, you give iced coffee or even like iced matcha feel.
Oh, I love matcha though.
Okay. See, I could tell there was something there. There's something there.
Yeah, there is.
Because even though
I live in Beachwood Canyon, baby.
Even though you're our babe from the Bay, you're now LA all day.
For so long. Totally.
Anyway, you're clearly like maybe the most incredible diva I've ever had in here.
Oh my gosh,
and
that's
we went
wild.
to see what an incredible diva, the queen of rock and roll.
The queen.
Tina herself.
Oh my God, it was iconic.
Tina Turner musical. And before we even get into Tina Turner musical, I just want to talk about the woman that played Tina.
Blew my tits right off.
Blew my tits right off.
I think about her. I have thought about her since we watched this show. You need to have her on. Can she be on?
I would love it.
You gotta invite her on because she is. She's not even human. I mean, it was like watching Beyonce.
Yeah.
I just thought. Okay, so they say "Olé."
Who's they?
The
Hispanic
Spaniards.
People? Yeah.
It means, and I hope this is true because I read this in a book, and if it's not true, that's embarrassing. It means, I am in the presence of God.
Oh, wow.
And that was what kept coming up for me as I was watching her.
Honestly,
I am in the presence of God. That voice, that talent, the presence, the charisma, the life force. I was so in awe of her.
It's so hard to do one of these bio musicals that are also a jukebox musical.
How can you fill those shoes?
About these like once in a lifetime talents or once in a generation talents.
Yes, that's right. Yes.
And to know that like there have been multiple Tinas, you know, there was.
I don't know how you find more than one. That in and of itself is blowing my mind. I think it's a testament to how many talented people exist in this world. But it blew me away.
To know that like I'm getting so out of order, but I don't care because I want to talk about Carolyn. But like the musical of Tina, when it was on Broadway, got 12 Tony nominations.
Wow.
And won 1.
That's wild. Which one did it win?
Best Actress.
Yeah, no shit.
For Adrienne Warren.
Wow,
who played
Adrienne.
Tina.
I can't even imagine how incredible Adrienne must have been.
And I think, I think that what I've seen is that many people agree with this, that it's the most challenging female role in any musical.
I've never seen anything like it. I've never seen anything
what this requires
like
of
it.
you, and just to speak about, she's also being incredibly supported by Claire Davy, who plays young Tina, who also, the moment she comes out on stage, this girl.
Such strength.
There are 2, and I'm pretty sure we saw Claire Davy, but just in case, I'll tell you both their names. Because this is what happens when you work with children. You have the schedules are. We also have Ossett Jones, so it could have been Claire Davy or Ossett Jones. I think we saw Claire Davy playing young.
Yeah, I just thought she comes out at the end of the show. It is late.
Right.
It is a 3-hour show.
That's
We've had an
the life.
intermission, and she comes out to sing, and she's still got the same vibrance and life in her as she did at 7 p.m. whatever it was.
Could you imagine that life?
No.
Could you imagine, like, it's crazy already, the idea of being like a young child in Hollywood and having like fame and TV fame and all that.
Yeah.
But to be a young child in Broadway or a young child on, even more so, on tour.
No.
Like, I guess your mom or your dad's also coming on tour with you.
I mean, for sure, I applaud
And
them.
you're doing 8 shows a week, but I guess you're doing 4 shows a week because you have your other person that's filling in for you.
I mean, they have so much energy. They're getting to see many cities.
What a way to like
Wild.
at the beginning of your life.
I mean, I think about it with me and AJ having kids, you know, and we talk about how would we
AJ, your
do
incredible
this, my
husband.
husband, yeah, who I love. But we talk about how are we going to do this, both of us being filmmakers. The
Right.
talk of children, and I've gotten some beautiful advice. I'm not pregnant, to be clear. I've got my IUD
This
and
is
nobody.
this is not,
Not
the
an announcement.
This is not an
No,
announcement for
no,
Leah's
no,
pregnancy.
no, no, no,
AJ,
no, no.
This is not an announcement.
I will come back on the show and announce
Yeah,
it.
well, the announcement will happen here, just not right now.
It will be here. But there are, and we go, okay, in AJ's mind, we just bring them to every country and every world, and they have all the friends in every language, and it's like, it's this very beautiful Barney Kumbaya version, and I'm like, but how does that make any sense? They've got friends, they've got school, they've got, and you find that there's an ecosystem that
Yeah.
supports young professionals.
Yep.
Right?
And that children are resilient.
And that children and have a lot of energy and learn to make friends in many different cities over and over again. And they have an incredible life if they have that great support system from their parents. And
Yep.
and as long as they're having fun, I think that's the most important thing, right? As long as the kid is like enjoying themselves, the minute they're over it, then you put them in school with everyone else.
Our friend Courtney Hawkins, her husband's an editor, Karsten Karpanik, and he edited the Wile E. Coyote movie. And they found that Warner Brothers found that it was cheaper to do the editing actually over in London because of tax credits than to do it in America. So they flew him and his entire family out to live in
Yeah.
London for a year.
Yeah.
So their daughter Cora had like her kindergarten and maybe I think the beginning of her first grade or something like that in London.
Wow. So wild, but dope.
So
Who
dope.
doesn't love
Who
London?
doesn't love?
Incredible.
Who doesn't love? So anyway, we'll talk more about Daryl and Bertley. That was just a little taste.
Yeah, obsessed.
About Daryl and Bartley. But more's going to be coming. We saw Tina, the Tina Turner musical, a modern bio jukebox musical covering the life and career of Tina Turner. The development of this musical started around 2015 by Stage Entertainment, and a workshop happened in 2016 with Tina Turner in the room. So it was like really actually, Tina was very against doing this. She'd already had a full documentary done about her life. She had another movie that she had done about herself. She's like, I don't need to tell my story anymore.
Sure.
This is not necessary. And she
Yeah.
only signed on when she had full control over the narrative.
Good for her.
Which I'm like,
Hell yeah.
Of
Hell yeah. She earned it.
earned.
Mm-hmm.
Another person who is like, I'm going to do it my way.
Right.
And not let anybody else put me in a box.
Hell yeah.
Of the way I'm supposed to be doing this career.
Applaud her for that.
And she showed all the dirty parts.
It was,
You know?
she really went there.
And then, so a workshop started in 2016, and then the world premiere. And I don't know why this happens, but a lot of world premieres happen in London rather than on Broadway. I guess that you can consider the West End a bit of a Broadway incubator.
Yeah, right?
In the
Isn't
same
it just
way-
as hard to get to the West End?
That's what
as
I
it-
thought.
I think so.
But I guess, like, you know, there's a lot of, I've talked about this on here, but there's a lot of theaters around America.
sure,
that are
Chicago or
considered-
SF.
As
yeah.
also San Diego.
San Diego.
The Old Globe, La Jolla Playhouse. There's some here, the Mark Taper Forum, the Amundsen. Like, these are places
course.
that are considered Broadway incubators, or they'll kind
Right.
of do a test run to prove that there's an audience there for it before taking it to Broadway.
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
realize the West End was
Right.
also a
'Cause
place.
it's so huge, you're saying?
yeah, because it's
fancy.
already such a challenging
Right.
place. It feels to me
It
just
feels
as
like the
challenging.
step right before, if anything.
Sure.
Nothing is higher up than the West End before Broadway, I would imagine,
No,
right?
I don't think so. Not for musical theater, that's for
Right.
sure. But that's what they started was in 2016 there, or 2018 there in London at the Aldwych Theatre. And then went on Broadway in 2019 at the Luntfontein Theatre. And man, it was tough because it got smacked by COVID. People think it would have ran a lot longer had COVID not shut it down in 2020.
Got it. Oh, rough.
Reopened 2021, closed
Okay.
2022.
Okay.
Which is just, I mean, we all went through it.
Yes, we did.
But it was a tough time to like premiere on Broadway. But I thought like this is one that's made for Broadway.
right.
It's just like, it's such a crowd pleaser. And we were talking about, it's a 3-hour show.
Can I ask, does it, you're probably the perfect person to ask this, does it close when ticket sales are starting to die down? It doesn't just close because the team is like, okay, we did that.
I mean, I think
Like
that
like with seasons of TV, like they're like 3 seasons. We already knew we wanted to do 3 seasons. No,
it's so dependent on each show.
Sure.
Like for instance, there's the show that, oh my God, no words, Othello.
in the movie.
No.
Oh, I only know the movie.
Okay, here. I'll cut here. And we're cutting to here. Ignore. So something happened where I forgot what I was talking about, and we cut right to here.
That's right, magic.
Denzel Washington did Othello on Broadway. And like, because it's Denzel Washington, there's a date, that's a shelf life. It's not going to go for as long. And also people are coming to see that show to see Denzel. So that one has like we're doing this for this limited run, and that's it.
Got it.
Other shows, it's about, are we making
long,
money?
Like Chicago, as
Can
long
we
as it
make
can
money?
last.
Phantom of the Opera, the longest running show on Broadway.
Yeah.
So yeah, they run as long as they're profitable. And then the thing, like a lot of people say, oh, stuff on Broadway is not profitable anymore.
Who says that?
It is
Timothy
like
Chalamet.
Timothy Chalamet came out and said, "Why are we doing guys? We're not even making money from Broadway anymore. I'm not gonna stand out there and try to like stand up and hold up this business that nobody even cares about. It's a dinosaur." No, that like the last one musical of the last year was actually profitable, which is not actually true.
Okay.
Because they don't all make their money on Broadway. Then they make their money on tours and royalties and the fees that it costs to, you want to put that on somewhere else at a regional theater, you now have to pay in order to do that. So it's not quite true to say the shows on Broadway aren't profitable. That's a jumping off board for the life of a musical.
Oh, geez. God, are they coming for everything? It's like all we hear, movies aren't working.
Nothing's gonna make money.
Internationally,
And I was like,
domestically, nothing's working.
We're there opening night Tina at Pantages, and it is it is crowded.
Packed and beautiful and vibrant and
a party. And what I was saying before we jumped into that, it's a 3-hour show.
Yeah.
That you would think, oh, am I gonna make it?
We both thought that.
Am I gonna make it?
Before we made it in, we were performing.
Yeah.
It was all fake. It was all phony. To be clear, we were scared. And then we realized that we were obsessed, and 3 hours went by so fast.
So fast. And by the end, because of like at the end, after curtain call, it's basically a full Tina Turner concert that starts.
It was insane.
That you're just like, I'm so energized.
I was so happy to be there.
I just had a huge shot of espresso.
Yes.
It blew, like, hard to fall asleep after that.
Totally. We all felt it. We were all on our feet.
Here's a cool thing about Tina. Inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame twice.
You can do that?
Once with Ike Turner.
Ew.
In 91.
I mean, she deserved that. But
And then once as a solo artist.
Hell yeah.
In 2021.
Yeah.
30 years later.
That a girl.
It
That's
really
her
was
legacy.
watching this musical, like just to like take a step back, because I like to talk about how I am changed by a show. Because I think that theater has that special ability, even more so than a movie. I think a movie has more of a chance of it when you're in a room, like when you're in a movie theater watching it.
Sure, it's a communal experience.
Yeah, to actually have us all walk out changed. But then theater has that added element of I'm actually breathing the air of the performers
Totally.
together. Like, how can you miss the humanity?
Rarefied air.
That, like, how was I changed by Tina? And I was changed by, like, keep fighting. Keep working at it.
Yeah.
Keep believing in you're never too late to believe in your dreams.
Totally.
You're never too old to keep going for it.
Yep.
Because here she was, this woman that like had gone through a rough time, had been a very abusive relationship
Very
with
abusive.
her. She had a
Family life.
witnessed that from her parents. She had this incredible sister who supported her. But then being in this relationship with Ike Turner that was horrific, and she was stuck.
Big time.
And he took everything from her.
Everything.
Her music, her money.
Yeah.
And she didn't give up.
That's right.
And she kept fighting, and then she got to it on her own terms. That's so incredible.
Yeah, I don't know where you find that except from like a deep, deep well of resilience and strength and courage. And that's why she's the GOAT.
And then to speak about Darylyn Bertley quite quick, she's a Chicago native, and this is her first time ever doing a tour.
Is that true?
It's true.
I know you and I were debating that and trying to figure that out.
Yeah.
Has she done Broadway?
No.
No, this is her first.
She was Chicago. She was all Chicago. She loved Chicago.
Wow.
She went to
Chicago's amazing.
The Columbia College of Chicago.
Okay.
She actually went there after, at 18, she was signed to a record label.
Okay, so she was a pop singer.
Yeah.
What kind of music do we know?
Yeah, it was pop.
R&B?
It was pop with hip hop.
Yes.
Yeah.
Love that for her.
That was the lane. But she, for some reason, I don't want to assume what it is. She left that life.
Right.
And she went to go to school to the Columbia College,
Okay.
Chicago, graduating in 2012.
For theater?
I believe, musical theater.
Okay.
And then just been working in Chicago for years.
Wow.
And then booked this.
Yeah. Yeah, she did.
And I'm
She
like, I
booked
can't
this.
wait for what is next for her.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. She is so vibrant.
She's
and
a
so,
different kind of talent. And
Yeah,
also, those
totally.
teeth are so white.
Yes, very white teeth. Quite blinding white. Love that.
I loved the blinding white of those teeth.
Big fan.
I love that in a show like this, they tease the big finale right at the top.
Yeah, you like that bookend.
I like knowing that I'm driving towards something. Mm-hmm. And I like that it's a tease.
You know, it's interesting because I cannot say, I know that I'll get in trouble if I say this, but I'm working on a biopic of a very large,
Hey, say it into the mic.
music legend.
Yeah.
And
Is it Tina Turner?
It is not Tina.
Okay, by process of elimination, we're figuring it out. Let's keep going down this path.
And I will say that it's my I can't even believe how lucky I am.
Wow.
I have idolized her my whole life.
Yeah.
And that was part of why I was very excited to see the show. Because there's an element of wanting to see everything that's been done,
Yes.
to see what speaks to you and see what doesn't speak to you, what worked, what didn't. And then there's an element of trying to just cancel out all the noise and just go, I'm going to just listen to my inner voice.
Yeah.
And it's a fine balance because you never want to accidentally copy somebody or something that's been done and be deemed unoriginal, but you also don't want to go so far out of the realm of expectation that people are confused or wait a minute, what is this? So it was nice to see how they decided to open the show and close the show
Yeah.
and how that pace went. And I mean, obviously it's different being a stage musical. Mine is a film, but I thought they just did such a beautiful job the way that they laid it all out and the pace was up and how often you had a song and that it hit such dark.
Oh, we were never long without a song.
No, we were never long, but also in the darkness. We're never long in the darkness. They would kind of
Yes.
come up with something triumphant, and then it would get dark, and then we would have a moment of love or musical, her savior being her voice and her music and
Totally.
her children and.
I thought it was really well balanced in that way.
Very much,
Where
yeah.
it allowed us to sit in the darkness. It allowed us to sit in the scary. And also sometimes it didn't slowly develop into a scary moment. It was wow, everything's hunky dory. This is wonderful. And then you hear some people being well, careful on Ike though. Don't worry. They were just kind of whispers
Yeah.
of the danger, and then immediately there's the danger.
Totally.
It was
I mean, I know about
Sure.
her story, so you're always kind of bracing for that, and you're sort of
Yeah.
how are they going to handle something, and you don't want to sanitize it. You want to, when it's something as intense as domestic violence, you have to honor what that is. But it's also a big Pantages musical that people are there to sing and dance and cheer.
Yeah.
And this is this is the constant tonal. Dance you're doing as a filmmaker and as a creator of a
Well,
show.
it's when you know that she wins in the end.
Yes.
We also know
Right.
Tina Turner
That's right.
is the queen of rock and roll.
Right.
So if we see these tough times with Ike,
Mm-hmm.
where he is an abusive partner to her, we know she overcomes.
Mm-hmm. Right.
We're already aware of the outcome. So it's as bad as it gets or as honest as we deal with those things, we're still buoyed by the fact that we know she comes
Totally.
out
You
on
feel
top.
safe. That's why it's tougher with Selena or Whitney Houston.
Right.
That we know, despite all the numerous triumphs, we have
Yeah.
a tragic ending.
Right.
It's tough.
Totally.
It's tough to know
That
that, and
is-
know
that
that
does-
that's where we're headed.
That does make a difference with the way I think that you deal with those scenarios.
Yes.
I also really loved when we introduced young Anime Bullock, that it was so well lit and also costumed that they were in a church and everyone in the church is in beige And then little anime.
Colorful.
And she's perfect. Like her outfit was perfectly white. Like, and I think some of it was costume. But I think
She's
some of it was also
alive.
just like a spot on her.
Yeah.
That was just like, you just shine a little bit brighter
Sure.
than everyone, and everyone's aware of that.
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't even remember her being in full white. I just remember like the world
She
lighting
just
up.
pops.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm really also like, because of this podcast and because I'm also so obsessed with theater, I'm so like fine-tuned and
Yeah, the
looking
craft
for
of
those
it all, yeah.
little things.
Oh,
And-
yeah. No, they had thought this out
Oh yeah, this is very well
to
crafted.
a T. I mean, they really had put a lot of heart and soul and blood and sweat and tears in this. You could tell in every single second.
And the choreo was really
Gorgeous.
I'm like, everyone up
Nostalgic.
there is a full-on marathon
Beautiful.
runner.
Big time.
Like, that is exhausting.
I mean, when I was like driving, because I live near the Pantages, and I was driving, and then it was like on the marquee, tonight, Tina, 7:30. We had just seen it. And
Yeah.
I was like, they're going to do that entire thing again tonight? Like,
Yeah.
it blew me away.
It reminds me of like Taylor running on her treadmill while
On
she does her
Eras.
whole tour.
Yes. No, I think about Taylor all the time with that.
And then you watch the documentary and you see like she's also going underneath the stage, getting pulled on these little
I
like
know.
carts. All like she's just getting shipped around and changing out of people just ripping clothes on her and throwing new things on, and then she gets on the platform to get raised up. Like, whoa, that is some stamina.
I do think with Taylor, though, specifically, that she has an understanding that she's not there to entertain little girls. She's there to entertain the world.
Right.
That it is like tough on her. She is an athlete, but that, whatever that was, 18 months, whatever that was, gave millions of people
Yeah.
something to look forward to, that it's much bigger than her, that she was like changing the culture and the zeitgeist too. She like, I love that about her, that she has an understanding of her impact.
Totally. And she takes it seriously.
Oh yeah.
And it was clear how much Tina took so much of this so seriously. Like,
Mm-hmm.
also, like, all of them being able to do that much dancing and that fast of dancing and hard of dancing and still sing their notes.
I don't
so
know
well.
how they
I
do
don't know.
it, man.
I don't
I do
get it.
not know how.
I will say that as much as I loved the choreography, I wasn't a huge fan of the fight choreography.
Yeah.
I thought all of that just,
Okay.
and look, I don't know if maybe some of that was like, let's make this feel really safe.
Sure.
And so,
Not scare the audience or the
And-
children that might be here.
because I've now seen I saw Richard III over at a Noise Within theater, and in that one, nobody in the house is further than 35 feet away from the stage.
Okay.
So you're all very close.
Yep.
Fight choreo, out of this world. People
Really?
getting like it. I was like, dang, that is impressive.
Yeah.
And like intense looking.
Right.
And I'm like, did they pull back
I think so.
and make it just a little bit like 1, 2, hit, 2 and throw?
Yeah. I mean, the themes are already really tough. They say the N word.
Right.
There's some major domestic violence and, the use of the W word. Do you know the WH word?
Who?
O-R.
Where? Oh,
There's some real sexism, some
Yeah.
real racism.
Yes, I know what you're saying
There's
now.
some real violence. Do you know what I mean? That they
Yes.
were like, we don't need to go so hardcore in the
Yeah.
actual physical violence, maybe.
yeah, I know. For me, it took me out.
It did. I wonder if we just had really great seats too.
Sure.
And we could see how the sausage was being made. And if we were further back,
if they're in the mezzanine, we're like, man,
would
that
have
fight
looked
choreo
awesome.
was so good.
Who's to say?
That's a very good point.
Right?
Yeah, because we were like, what,
We
fourth
were
row?
so close.
Fourth row, fifth row, just
Yeah.
like
How
right
can
up in
anything
there.
look that good up there? Except for her teeth.
Her teeth.
Incredible.
I want to know what her teeth look like from the balcony.
Great.
Yeah, better.
Even better.
They're probably getting blinded back there
That's
because they're
right.
like
And
near
wear
the
sunglasses.
spots. And
Yep.
it's getting shot right back in
That's
their
right.
face. Just a mirror in her mouth.
Yep.
But there was like that final concert. Like, I will say that near the end of the musical, as things were becoming resolved and resolution, I was like, okay, yep, I'm ready for bed now.
Yes.
Thank you for putting me here. And then she came out, she's like, okay, y'all, 2 more songs.
And you're like, oh no. And then
the songs start.
they will keep on turning.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I was like hyped.
We
Suddenly we were like ready again. 3 more hours.
Yes.
Let's go.
I also really loved how we got to see like some fake band members throughout the show. And then at the end, for the final real
See them
concert,
come out,
we saw
yeah.
the actual band that had
Yeah.
been playing the whole show up there on stage.
Yeah.
Playing live. I'm like, yeah, let's celebrate these people.
Totally.
Okay, I want to talk about something else that I thought was just like a little silly to me.
Okay.
So she has her first lover.
Yes.
You know, one of the
young
band
one.
members.
Yes, right.
I should probably know.
Who's in the show later as her son?
Yeah, that is what I was going to say.
Oh no, I blew
No,
it.
you didn't blow it.
I know.
It was going to be like the next word out
I
of
think
my
I
mouth.
grabbed you. Did I not grab you when that happened?
You did.
Okay.
You did.
Yeah.
Who played Craig Turner.
Who
Craig.
has the most incredible voice. His singing voice was heaven.
Ooh.
It was so gorgeous. I was amazed. I wanted to cry when he sang.
He played Raymond Earl King and her son, Craig Turner.
Yes.
When he was Raymond Earl King and he was singing Let's Stay Together.
Yeah.
Blown
Gagged.
away by this actor.
Gagging.
Let me tell you his name. My goodness, Lamar Burns. Lamar Burns. Ooh, you can act.
Yes.
You can sing.
What can't he do?
You can romance. I was,
You can play a child.
well,
Oh no.
that might be where I draw the line.
Oh no.
I think
I'll have
it's-
no part of this.
No, I think it's a real challenge. It's not about him. It's in no way Lamar's fault. I think it's a really hard device.
Oh, right. You
to
did say
have,
this.
To have one, like her first lover, and then Ike Turner, like the two different fathers of the two different children she has, then later coming on in like kind of bigger clothes and being kids now. It's just hard when we take everything so everything's so realistic. And we also have children playing children in this play already. Like that's been established.
Yeah.
We're in a musical where kids is playing kids.
You're right.
And now we're like, but now what if? What if in Act
Yeah.
2,
Yeah.
adults start playing kids?
Right.
And we have the dads play themselves as
Yeah.
children. You know, to me, it's just tough because, like, they have to do something to let us
Sure.
know they're children now. They can't just have, like, one of those little helicopter hats and a big lollipop.
I think the show would have been better if they had a helicopter hat and a
just
lollipop.
really
It would have made more sense to me. I
Just
was confused.
leaned into it. She's like, but mommy, I'm having a sugar rush.
But you should write the show.
I should write.
It
I
needs
think-
a rewrite, and you've got this.
It's like, can I play Craig Turner? No. I cannot play Craig Turner.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. That was like a moment for sure.
Look, I
takes
just
you out of
saw-
it. You bump a little bit.
I went and saw Dragon Mama, which
Okay.
is this incredible show by Sarah Portclove. I've talked about it like on 7 different podcasts now.
Wow.
But she plays children in that show, and she does it so expertly because she's playing these kids at the height of their intelligence.
That is so tough.
And what we saw up here was kids being played lower.
Sure.
There was a judgment toward children,
Yeah,
in a sense.
I get that.
And I think that's directed that way. I think it's built that way.
I
think
mean,
it's
yeah,
really
they
hard
don't have
because
a lot of time or lines.
we don't, and also we don't have also the budget to have now another, because if you
Another
have,
set of kids that don't do
because
much.
you don't have 2 more kids, you got 4 more kids. 'Cause you
Right.
need 2 different actors to cover both those roles.
Right. Yeah, that's a lot.
And that's a lot, and I understand, but I cannot lie to you and say it didn't take me out.
It took you out. Okay.
And this is not against Lamar.
Yeah, no, they're
and
incredible.
this is not against
truly incredible.
Monty Kane. This is not against your performances.
Yeah.
It's just I didn't need to see you in an oversized shirt being a child.
Yeah.
That's my thing.
The director might have begged. That's all I
Please.
have to say. Please give me 2 little boys, 4 little
Please.
boys.
Can we just have actual children? Like, nah, it's not.
And they were
Sorry,
like, to do what?
I'm Mr. Broadway, and there's no money for
That's
it.
right. That's how it goes.
That's how it goes.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, you've been through it.
I've been through it.
You've been through studio notes.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
you gotta throw some things out that maybe mean the most to you.
Yep. Mm-hmm. You compromise.
Also, I loved that the audience of this show was like eating up the drama like a multicam audience.
Totally.
Like
they were a great
like,
audience.
There was like the kiss beat after. Oh, when Lamar started singing "Let's Stay Together," like you heard people go, "Oh!"
Yeah.
Oh.
Everyone was
And
ready.
then when they kissed, you had the classic sitcom like, "Oh!"
Yeah.
And people loved it, but they were
They
also like,
did.
"Oh!" Like you could feel the real, honest reactions from the house.
It's the beauty of theater,
And I
isn't
love
it?
that as a performer.
I know, and the beauty of theaters too is for movies
Yeah.
to feel everyone's twists and turns, emotional roller coaster.
Totally. I also wanted to say, like, there's so many other incredible performances in this show. One that really stood out to me was the woman who played Tina's sister. Brooke Anise. I thought she like served her role perfectly. Every time you saw her, you're like, oh, I'm excited.
Totally.
This is going to be a pop of fun,
Yes.
a pop of jokes. And she nailed it for me.
Totally. I think also when you have a show that you're witnessing specifically a female overcoming so many challenges and obstacles from every direction, it's really nice to have a character who has a lot of sense of self, who's strong and who's sort of that like backbone. It like tethers you a little bit, you know?
Totally.
And she's that character that you know is strong and is going to speak her mind at all times.
Yeah. And I like, she was no bullshit.
Yeah, when Tina's been so silenced by so many people in her life, you're like hungry for an outspoken female voice.
And I will say, there were so many different accents in this show, especially by all the white men. You know?
Yeah.
And earlier in this, we were talking about your Australian accent.
Bird bath.
And how you say, if you say rise up lights, you're saying razor blades.
Rise up lights. Who wants to cast me?
Rise up lights.
Rise up lights.
And how I don't know if maybe is this the theater of it, but the guy who was doing the Australian accent in this, it was like so turned up.
Yeah.
That I was like, if I was a native Aussie, I might be offended.
Yeah.
But as the husband of an Aussie, I was also offended.
Sure.
You know? I was
As no relation to an Aussie, I was also offended.
I was like, all right. It was almost like, no. Up there, he's doing his Australian accent.
That was pretty good, right?
Yeah, right. Well, you're married to
right.
one. You better do it.
I know, that's good.
There's this, my way in is I have this cousin, Scott, and whenever I'm talking to him, he's a very like present listener. And he goes going, yeah, right, yeah, yeah. And so that's how you get the rhythm going. He's like, yeah,
Yeah.
all right, yeah. He's my way into the Australian accent always.
I love that.
But this guy, like, he was like, really, he was always coked
Yep.
up. But
Yep.
but the Australian accent was just like so
Intense. Yes.
hard. And I'm like, I guess maybe the back row needs it.
That's right. It's
But,
theater.
Again,
Big theater kid energy.
yeah, well,
You
if
of all people.
If anyone has big theater kid energy,
That's right. He had
was
it.
That
He had it.
record executive
Yes.
with the Australian
He
accent.
had the X factor.
Overall, what an incredible fun show.
Truly. So glad to have been chosen.
There was nobody else I could have had for this show.
That's
but you.
right. It was just me.
Someone who built their own career.
Aw.
Someone who has been signed to a record label. Who's been a pop star.
Yeah.
Who's danced
Yes.
on stage
That's right.
for a long period of time. Mm-hmm. This is all the things. And like, you know, Tina talks about, well, you wear short skirts. It's like, yeah, so I can use my legs. You know? It just felt like so in line with LEAH McKendrick.
Thank you. That is a huge compliment because she is truly a legend.
I did not quite honestly know a lot about Tina Turner before going into this, and I loved seeing it. I think it was like I was the right audience for it to be like, oh, that's right, I do love all of this music. And I didn't realize what she had to go through to get to here.
There's a lot of examples of women who were powerful with male counterparts, Sonny and Cher, but who really found their footing and their voices once they spread their wings and went out
Right.
alone.
Right.
And now I don't think of Sonny and Cher at all. I only think of Cher. I don't think of Ike Turner. I only know Tina Turner. And I know
That's
that
right.
that would kill him. But that's
Yeah.
okay with me and everyone else.
Yeah.
She had to rise above. And you know, many times it wasn't a great or equal partnership in
No.
the beginning. So I think this is a beautiful example of it feels like the end when that partnership ends. It feels like you have died. And in many ways, the beginning, it's really the beginning.
And I think what the hard part about it too is like, it was clear that her mother never believed in her.
Yeah.
Her father was
tough.
maybe not really present.
No, abusive himself.
Yeah. And here's this man who believes in you
Right.
and gives you a platform and supports you and
mean,
lifts you up.
totally.
And it's beautiful until it's not. It's
Yes,
supportive until it's
supports you
not.
in the ways that the shine is on him.
Right, that serve his
that
needs.
serves him and makes him larger, sparklier, even gave her a new name. Now you're Tina Turner.
At least according to this, without even her say
Yeah, and they were not
or
married
input.
when he decided to rename her. So it's And then it was kind of beautiful when she said, I've earned that name.
Yeah.
And it was not about him. It was about the fact that she had sung for many years and performed and built a reputation on her talent.
Right.
And she just thought, it's not about him anymore. It's about me.
Right. When she went to court and the only thing she wanted from him in the split was the name.
Yeah.
Not the music, not the rights.
Beautiful. Yeah.
And it,
And
in
painful.
the end, paid off
And
so
unfair.
painful. But just to speak about the complexities of it, because at least in the telling of this story, there was no other jumping off. Maybe it would have happened in some other way, but there was no other jumping off point for her
No.
to get to where she is.
No.
Except for this toxic man. And at least in that time where we were in history and like what kind of access people had to create music or to headline a show.
Right.
Without him saying, I stamp you as worthy.
I mean, that's what's really tough, right?
Yeah.
And then she felt indebted to him for her entire adult life, it felt like, that she couldn't leave, that he had the right to rename her, that he had the right to collect the checks, that he had the right to hit her
Yeah.
and claim her as his wife, whether she wanted to or not. But just because somebody gives you that launch pad doesn't
Right.
mean you
Doesn't
are
give them your
indebted
right.
to them for the entirety of
And I
your
think
life
that's
and career.
the other takeaway. And I love that that's not shied away from. That's not rewritten. It's not
Yes.
rewritten as like Tina Turner goes, I'm going to call myself Tina and I choose you, Ike, to
Right.
give me an opportunity. Like there wasn't
Yeah.
that. It told that part of the history and kept that complexity in to really showcase things like this may happen. And exactly what you're saying doesn't mean you owe them shit.
That's right. That's right.
Sure. Thank you very much. I appreciate you for that. And now I will go on my merry way.
That's right.
And hopefully through a story like this, someone that goes through that can break away sooner and break away before it becomes abusive or toxic.
It's so hard.
Yeah.
It's so hard when that's all you've known. And we saw in her childhood, that's what she was raised. That's what love feels like, right? If that's all you've really witnessed, it's really hard to break out of that. It's kind of a miracle that she
Absolute
managed
miracle.
to,
Absolutely. LEAH McKendrick, was there anything else about this show that you wanted to call out or reflect upon? You don't have to have anything.
Oh, it was every time I see a musical, I am reminded of my early years being a little kid in musical theater and a teenager in musical theater in San Fran, and and how much fun it was and how freeing it was and how beautiful it is to be in the audience. And I think it was interesting what you were saying about being in the room as it's happening, and how for me there's a feeling, being somebody that works in film, that this is fleeting, and that for that reason it's precious,
Yeah.
and that you are privileged to witness it. And there's something very beautiful in how my films will outlive me,
Yeah.
hopefully. But there's also something really beautiful in, like, we're all alive in this moment together, sharing this experience, and there will be nothing to show for it except for our memories.
Yeah.
So there's something really, I can be a purist when I am in the room witnessing it and remembering what that electricity is like. So I'm really grateful. Thank you. I've been making this movie for the past year, so it was really nice to kind of get back to basics and
Yeah.
remember my youth and what got me into it in the first place.
I do love that aspect of it, of drawing in the sand, knowing that the wind and rain and the elements are going to just wash it all away. And that's what theater is.
Yes.
But it doesn't mean that art wasn't important for the moment that it
Totally.
existed.
Yes.
It actually maybe was more important because it forced you to really be present with it.
Right.
I was seeing a show last night at the Geffen, and there were lines, and someone would cough during a line, and I'm like, no! Don't break me out. I missed that
Yes.
beautiful moment. Like things
Yeah.
like that. Like I'm just so locked in. There's no part of me.
There's no
like, and I think it's
phone
also
or-
like for all
yeah.
the things that are shortening our attention span, here's something that's actually forcing me to have this long form of listening and storytelling that
Yeah.
like maybe is helping my brain.
Yeah.
Maybe is saving us all.
Totally. Did you hear when we were kind of towards the end of the show and over towards our left, there was somebody who was like, shh.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, it's going down over there.
Yeah, because someone over there went, there was like some serious scene happening, and someone went, do it! And someone went, shush. I was just trying to tell them to do it. But it's not appropriate to tell them to do it right now. Well, why was I not going to know if I just want to let them know I support them? They know because they're here. Clap when it's appropriate. Shut up. That's how I imagine that whole conversation going.
I think that's exactly what was said, verbatim. I think that's what I heard.
Yeah.
But even that, I was like, I love the theater.
Me too.
I love it.
And the people sitting right to the right of us, they clearly, I think their friend was one of the dancers.
They knew the dance.
They were like, they knew one of the Ikettes. Maybe they had had some connection with the show.
Yeah, they were in the show at some point or something.
Only certain dances would come up, and they'd be like, yeah, they knew it all. And
they knew it.
By the way, loved it.
And I was next to them like, trying to do it.
Yeah, keep up a little bit. Oh, okay. That's a
Like,
little
yeah,
hip
I
roll
can do
right
it too.
there.
I
That was a hip
also was
roll.
cast. I was doing my best.
Yeah, they brought me serious joy.
They were great.
Leah, thank you so much again for coming with me to see Tina, the Tina Turner musical at
Thank
Pantages
you for
Theatre.
having me, big theater kid.
Leah,
Energy kid?
Obviously, we know June 19th. Yeah, big theater kid.
Big
I got the
theater
energy.
kid. Okay.
That we're going to see voicemails for Isabel.
Yes! In your home,
In your home, but
theater.
bring friends over.
bring friends over.
But
eat
if
some
they come over,
popcorn.
make sure that at their house, the movie's playing on Netflix. Like,
That's
they
right.
should set play on it before they come over to watch
That's
it
right.
with you.
Everybody put it on June 19th.
Put it on, play it. Voicemails for Isabel. The script is unbelievable. I cannot wait.
Yay.
to see this movie.
Yay, thank you.
And we're going to see tomorrow, which is already out right now.
Right now.
A movie that you were in.
Yeah, yes.
Called Bus Boys.
Bus Boys!
With Theo Von and David Spade.
That's right.
That's so exciting.
I know, it's wild. It's crazy. It's a miracle when things go to theaters. So it's really, I'm very excited for them. They wrote it, they star in it, they produced it, they financed it with their own money.
Wow.
You know, that's my shit. So
Yeah.
I'm really proud of them. I'm really happy for them. And it's very nostalgic kind of dude movie from the 90s or early aughts. I think people are going to dig it.
Yes, nostalgia.
The right people are going to dig it.
Yeah. Are you the right people? You might be.
You might
Give it a
be.
shot. Bus Boys in theaters now. Leah, anything else you'd like to promote or any way that we should follow you to know what's going on in your
Check
life?
me out. Leah McKendrick. Leah McKendrick on Instagram.
Just go to Leah
we'll
McKendrick.
see you there.
Go there. Come on. What are you doing here? Go there. Thank you so much, Leah.
Thanks, Rye.
And thank you all for staying with us all the way to the end. And as always, let me know any shows you want me to see, any guests you want me to have on, any segments you'd like to have a part of this show. And make sure you subscribe, rate, review. Just tell people you like this show. Because you do. Or else, what are you doing here? Bye.
We got big theater kid energy. Look out, we project, we sing out, Louise. Never market, always go full out. John Patrick Shanley never had a doubt. Our voices are warm, then kicks are high. We've got perfect form. We say thank you, five. Grab your prop, charge all the glow take. Curtains going up. 5, 6, 7, 8. We got big theater kid